Hello there, World of Tankers. Welcome to the channel. I'm, of course, your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about the brand new Update 8.2. Now, there have been a lot of buffs in Update 8.2, vehicles like the E50M, the FE4202, even the 4005. But there have also been some big nerfs on vehicles like the Mouse, and most prolifically, the T110E5. This vehicle had very solid DPM for a heavy tank before Update 8.2, at around 2,650 effective if you were running calibrated shells. Now, it is 300 less, sitting at 2,380. Now, just to put in comparison how bad that damage per minute is, the VK72 is noted as the worst DPM in Tier 10. Yes, I know the Kron could take that spot, but the Kron is a clipper, and clippers don't really go into DPM categories because they're very different. The VK72 is 2,293 DPM. But this vehicle has alpha. It's got huge armor and a lot of hit points. And the E5, well, it doesn't have all of those anymore. In fact, it lost a little bit of its hit points, to what I'm aware. It lost some turret traverse speed, and as well, the vehicle lost that big damage per minute. I don't know if it actually lost hit points. Let me know in the comments down below. I'll pin it if I'm correct or not. I do know that it lost turret traverse speed and 100% lost big DPM, but I don't remember if it lost any hit points. Either way, here we are in the battle, and we're going to see what it's going to be capable of doing. Is the tank ruined? Now, in my opinion, it's going to be hard to do well in it, but it's not ruined. DPM, while it is important, is never key. It's only really necessary on vehicles like the Object 263 or the Leopard. It's not necessary on a heavy tank because you still have very similar damage per minute to a vehicle like the IS-7 and the IS-4. And what you have over those vehicles is mobility in certain aspects, because you do carry this right here that I can click with my 6 key, and now we are faster on acceleration than the Centurion 7-1, a medium. Yeah, speed boost makes this tank go very quick. You've got reactive armor, which means that you can negate 20% of damage fired at you, and that's pretty solid as well. Plus, you've still got a fantastic gun on accuracy standards for a Tier 10 heavy, and as well penetration. So, while the tank has definitely suffered, I don't think it's a detrimental loss, and the vehicle will still be able to get out decent games. The armor's still very solid. Now, that's something you got to be a little worried about there. We got that standard B, the E75 off to the side. Ooh, and we got tapped right in the side of the turret by the STB. Okay, STB, you want to go, buddy? Let's see how well... Well, actually, we also got the Patton over here. What? How did that one not pen? That one looked like a pretty easy penetration, if I'm going to be honest. But you're noticing that, I'm not really needing the DPM currently. I would like it, but it's not going to change me penetrating these tanks right now. I'm a little worried about that T110E3, not exactly where he is. There's the Maushin, we got the E75, but... yeah, we're just going to push over this ridge right now. We've got the Patton off to the side. Maybe we're going to be able to get a nice tap in. Boom, there you go. Nice tap into the Patton. Sorry about that. Kind of jumbled my words there. But we're doing okay. We've gotten one shell out so far, and let's continue to pump out more shells. We got that STB right over here. There's 2 shells in. Let's put on our reactive armor as well. Hopefully that's going to make it much harder for this STB to really get those big damage shots in. Yeah, there you go. Only 300 damage with that one shell. And now we're going to tap him again, tracking him as well. And yeah, that's making the STB not like me all too much. I'm going to be honest. There goes the STB. Long live one of the strongest Tier 10 mediums. And now we're just going to continue pushing on up. Now we know the Patton's off to the side, and with that, the rest of their tanks are right in front, and we haven't really needed DPM whatsoever this battle to do our job as a heavy tank. Let's get a nice shot into the side of the T110E3. Thank you. With that, we're sitting at 1,500 damage. Now that T110E3 is still sitting there, and while our reload may be long, it is surely getting there. There you go, another nice tap into the E3. Now we're sitting at just shy of 2,000 damage. And, well, you know what, we might be able to get some shells into the, what is this, the E75 over here? Yes, let's go for the E75, and bang, there you go, nice tap. Now, we did get hit by the M48 Patton. I don't know why that guy actually went for me when, you know, there's like a Centurion in front of him, but, you know what? I was about to say I'll show him who's boss, but nah, not even gonna bother. He's already being taken out very quickly. We've still got the T110E3 off to the side. There goes the E3 taken out, just exactly like I wanted. And even though, sure, we are being hit every now and then by the E75 and other tanks, we're doing pretty solid, honestly. All that's left is the E75 over here. We've got the Maushin, who is, well, dead. We had the Maushin. Let me fix that tense. And how much damage are we sitting at? 2,917. So, would we have gotten more damage out with the the later, or should I say earlier patch, yes, I do think so. We would have probably been sitting around maybe 3,500, 3,600, because we most likely would have been able to get another shell out. However, was DPM necessary this game? No. And we were able to do a pretty solid job to prove that. Now, clearly, we were able to push on their team. Their STB stopped holding the hill, and because of that, we were able to push over, use our reactive armor, bounce shells, and very easily do 3,600 damage, because I also forgot we rammed him. So, not bad at all, and still top on the team. So, is the E5 ruined? No, I don't think so. Not even in the slightest. It's hurt. And it's hurt bad. You know, DPM is very important if you're fighting other tier 10 heavies that are very DPM extensive, or maybe even a medium tank. But the E5 is great because it can do the role of a medium and a heavy. So you don't need to play mediums in the E5. That's what Wargaming didn't want it to be, was brawling with the mediums, because it's not supposed to be a medium tank. This is an actual full-blown heavy. It's not like this is a T95E6 or a 215B, which is, you know, a little bit on the faster scale. This tank is really meant to be a heavily armored frontline hull-down vehicle, where you're not supposed to be able to just, you know, completely ruin medium's days with more armor, with decent DPM, better penetration, higher alpha, and of course reactive and speed boost. So it's actually not too bad, as I'm typing in right to the chat. So we're going to see what I can do in this second battle here. We're going to find out if it was just luck the first game I played, but I did play a couple battles in it. It's not like I'm just forming my opinion right now. I clearly have done a little bit of research behind the screens and recording, and yeah, it's not bad. I played 2 on stream. We had a 3,600 defeat and then like a 3,200 defeat, I think, on stream. There were 2 very solid games. And then I played 1 battle right before I started recording, and we had another 2,000 damage game. Now, with that AMX-30 being spotted to that side of the map, I am going to reverse like this, because I don't know where the enemy's heavies are. Now, I am confident that they should be off to this side of the map, but you never know what the enemy team's going to do. So let's see. Hello, is there anybody there? Am I spotted? No? Oh, yeah, yes I am. Now, since I'm spotted, that obviously means that there are tanks off to that side, but there are also heavies over there, as we have clearly just shown. Now, we have the Object 260 aiming at me, but that's why I'm going to pull forwards. That way he can't get a shell into me, which is pretty solid there. And with that Object 260, let's see if we can get a nice penetration, and boom, nice tap, 387. So, again, we're pretty easily pumping out damage here. We're at 1,144 already, and I'm not stopping anytime soon. We're going to see if we can continue to get out these high damage numbers. Now, they have a grill and they have a waffle, and there is the grill spotted all the way in the back of the map. Now, I don't know where this T110E5 went. There he is. Okay, so we've got the T110E5, we've got the waffle in the back here. Let's see if we can get some shells into the rear of the T110E5. Boom, max roll as well. Now, I'm thinking, what do I want to do? I'm actually going to pull forwards. I'm thinking that's my safest decision right now. Let's put on our reactive armor. Let's get a shot into the Jagdpanzer. There you go. Thank you. And of course, with reactive armor, that means 20% of all shells fired at me are taking, well, let me fix it. 20% of damage is taken off all shells fired at me, which is fantastic. That guy, he's got a broken turret. I'm not even worried about him, honestly. He already shot as well, and we've got the mouse on his rear, which means let's get another shell into his tank. Reload, and I want to get a shell into his tank, but we got to aim, and there you go. I was waiting for that little gap that I was looking for, but again, we're doing solid. We're at 2,500 damage here. We got the waffle. We got the Object 260 off to the side. Let's aim it on the... that was a bad shot. I'm just going to push. We're going to push, see if I can get some shells into the 260. That's really the only guy left with a pretty decent chunk of hit points. So let's see if we can get some shells into him. Push, 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 push. And here we are in the E5, pushing right up. And boom! Thank you very much for a little bit of your hit points. And really, again, not much of a worry here from this tank. Not even a threat in the slightest. Give him a little bit of a love tap. Then we can back up. While the waffle is going to be an annoying vehicle to deal with, right now, I'm just having this 260 kind of struggle with me. Then we can deal with the waffle next. So, yeah, let's finish this. Actually, no, let's go for the waffle. Let's do it. Why not, right? There you go. Nice 505. I really expected that guy to not run Spaliner just because I was looking at him sit there. So yeah, I'll take that little bit of extra damage. Not going to risk anything too bad here. And there goes the 260. So pretty good so far. We're sitting at around almost 4,000 damage. Now we wiggle the tank. We did get penned, but You know what? You know who's going to get penned a lot harder? This guy. Haha. You're dead. Now we've got the Maushin right in mid, who's still got a very chunky bit of hit points left, which means hopefully we're just going to be able to get, like, one shot into this guy and fire. There you go. Let's even put on our reactive armor. Give this guy a bit of a ram. Boom! Oh, that hurt a lot. But you know what? We're not dead. And we took a bit off with that ram. There you go. That is what I'm talking about. Pretty solid game. I don't know if reactive actually negates from ramming, but doesn't hurt to try, right? And let's finish off the grill 15. Goodbye, comrade. Let's say GG to give it a little bit of an oomph at the end, and pretty solid if I do say so myself. There you go. That is the T110E5. And in that battle, we were able to pump out 4,896 damage. So this is proof. This is concrete proof that, sure, DPM is important, but it is not necessary to do well. The E5 is strong is because of the vehicle it is, because of the armor, the consumables that it carries, speed boost, and as well reactive, and the penetration it has going for it, plus hull down capabilities. Those are what make the E5 strong. And sure, while you can't pump out as many shells as you could before, you are still able to do, in my opinion, very similar things, as long as you know how to run the vehicle. Hopefully, all of you enjoyed today's video. If you'd like to see more like it, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below. But other than that, stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye.